Here with Amite Fire Chief Bruce Cutrer at Tangelina.com. Chief Cutrer, give us a little bit of update. This time of year is getting real busy. Everybody's planning, but there's never really a dull time in the fire department.
Absolutely not. But typically this time of the year, running from October to February, is our busiest time of the year due to weather conditions and the holidays that are coming on, the different things that are being used. So at this time of the year, we always urge everybody to be careful if they're using candles or electrical wires for the extra decorating going on. So, but we do stay busy. We're running about 1,200 calls a year, and the lion's share of them are basic life support medical calls.
Chief, I know that it's hard to guard against them because they're always on sale, but I would imagine this time of year when we get that cool snap, space heaters, floor heaters will become a problem. How can folks use those things? What is the best tool, best advice you can give them if you're going to use one of those plug-in heaters?
If you're going to use one of those, certainly keep a 3 foot, at least a 3 foot diameter around them or circumference around them to keep them being near combustibles. Nothing within 3 foot of them. Make sure they're UL approved. Make sure that you have ventilation and don't suffer from maybe some type of byproduct suffocation off of it. So it's important to read the instructions carefully because the companies that manufacture them are very specific about and conscious of making sure they're used right to prevent any loss of life.
Amite Fire Chief Bruce Cutrer here with us at Tangelina.com. Chief Cutrer, most recently, you, the police department, you guys all have to work together. First responders, EMS, pull together. And you had to fight a fire in which a lady was saved out. Your team was a huge part of that, controlling that fire so it wouldn't damage more structure than it did.
You're absolutely correct, and the policemen did do an excellent job, and we always work hand in hand in Amite. I did have one firefighter went with them to make sure that they were all getting out okay, and at the same time we were simultaneously deploying hand lines to take care of the house that had just ignited on the roof and keep the other one from spreading to it or other exposures around it.
Chief Cutrer, now probably the most important question we'll ask you. Your number one Thanksgiving dish. What is the one? Can you cook one, or what's your favorite one you like to eat? That's probably hard.
Well,
I don't want to get you in trouble with the ladies now.
You're not going to get me in trouble, but there never will be any compared to what my mom made.
That's right.
Of course, my mom has passed, and that's the one thing that at Thanksgiving Day nobody can compare to Mom's turkey dressing.
Yeah.
Now there are some close to it, but and a number of close to it.
Did she have to leave a halfway blueprint to the recipe? You can get a close call on it?
She left a close recipe with Heather is what she done. So
okay.
Come Christmas time, there's a couple of them that come pretty close to it, but I'm not going to call any names because like you said, I don't want to be in trouble.
You don't want to get in the doghouse, Chief. Stay in the firehouse. And finally, Chief, this is a big time of year. People getting ready to do a lot of shopping. People on the roads. It's a time where, like you said, holiday lights can cause things if they're not properly done. Heaters. What's your advice out there? People can stay safe for the holiday season. Number
one thing is the Christmas trees. If you use a live Christmas tree, make sure that you keep it watered and don't put it up too early where it's so dried out that it's just like a match if you get a heat close to it. There was a run of Christmas Eves for about 5 years. At every Christmas Eve we had a structure fire, but in the last 6 years we haven't had a structure fire Christmas Eve, and we like to feel like that people have become more cognizant of the safety that you have to have in place when you're dealing with Christmas and Thanksgiving, especially Christmas and your Christmas trees, and the running of electrical cords under carpets or under doorways to get outside lights done, which you can have an electrical short and cause a ignition source there. But number one thing is your Christmas tree and your Christmas decorations. If you use an artificial tree, you don't have to worry about the watering, obviously, but the lights and decorations that are used on it, you do have to worry about.
He's Amite Fire Chief Bruce Cutrer, one of the top fire departments in the country, not the state, not the city, in the country here in Amite, Louisiana. We'll continue to have updates from Chief Cutrer and updates from the Amite Fire Department here at Tangelina.com.